The families of 819 Troop are given the opportunity to see firsthand what's in store for their loved ones as they start their 4th week of training.
Welcome to 819 Parents' Day. In front of you can see your son, brothers, husbands, boyfriends conducting what we are going to do within the gym today.
Even team, same detail. And stay there. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
I'm Jean Clarkson, my son's Craig. And this is my husband, Kim.
When I got my head around the idea that he wanted to join, I was all behind him fully.
Very proud,
you know, very proud.
Very proud that he wants to do something like this, but also, you know, as I suppose any parent would be, you know, sort of quite worried.
Listen, Troop, with your denims on and in your place for ropes.
Yes, I'm Anne Woodley and my son is Matthew Woodley. The first week he rang us and he was a little bit up and down, a bit homesick, but I think he seems to have settled down and he seems to be enjoying it.
Bend, stretch.
When he was about 14, he decided and he said that was what he wanted to do. And he stayed with it until he was 18 and then he's joined up.
We're right on top.
I knew it was the end of a chapter of our lives, really.
Yeah, it's a case of him passing on onto his life to do what he wants to do, and I think we've got to support him.
Let's go, hard brothers. Get your knees at their heart. Drive the legs up, drive the legs. Let's go, well done.
As a parent today, in a way, it's been a little bit detached in some ways, that you know he's here and you know he's training to join the Royal Marines and so on, but what actually brought it home to me this afternoon was when he was showing us through his locker and I suddenly saw the bayonet scabbard in the bottom of the locker, and I suddenly realised my boy has got a weapon here and he's going to be using it one day and this is for real. And at that second it actually became real and I realised we weren't playing cowboys and Indians anymore.
Commando training is fraught with danger, but the Royal Marines value their recruits highly. They are prized assets to be taken care of.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Captain Steve Hall. I'm OC of this fantastic organisation which is called Hunter Company. I don't know whether you've actually been told about Hunter Company, but it's the remedial and rehabilitation organisation within Commando Training Wing. The whole idea for us is guys throughout training will get injured. Simple fact, Commando training is arduous, so therefore we get injuries. What they'll do is they'll actually come into Hunter Company and we'll actually work to the specifics of their injury.
A shin stress fracture. Stress fracture of the thigh.
Thigh fracture.
Foot fracture.
Torn cruciate ligament.
Ankle sprain.
Torn knee ligament. Torn hip tendon. Nerve damage to the calf. Muscle tearing arm. Unstable shoulder.
The main causes of the injuries are the fact that some of these guys haven't done that much physical training before they join the Marines, and then all of a sudden, through 30 weeks of basic training, they're asked to put ridiculous amounts of kit on, i.e. anything up to sort of 80, 100 pounds of weight on the back, and run with boots on that they've never worn before. So we get overuse injuries and we get unaccustomed exercise, and all of these can cause various injuries.
Came into Hunter with suspected stress fractures on both my legs, but after tests I found out that I had compartment syndrome on both my legs and I needed an operation for that. So I had to wait in Hunter for a year for the operation because there was no spaces until a year, so I had to wait a year for the operation. And I had the operation 2 months ago. Just getting your fitness up to a level to join my troop in training. It should be next week, hopefully.
Actually in a phys lesson, and we were basically carrying each other, and I jarred my lower back. I've been told by the doctors that I'll be here a month. What it basically means is that I'll be back trooped. What that means is that where you left off your training, your proper Marines training, you'll just go back to the same week but with a different troop that's up and coming. You know, but what you've got to do is train yourself to get back up to the fitness that you left when you got your injury, and this is what this is basically for, is to bring your fitness back up.
Well, within Hunter Company, we take about a third, or approximately a third, of all recruits who come into commando training at some time spend a little bit of time in Hunter Company, whether that's due to an injury or whether it's due to having a physical criteria problem, i.e. with the bottom field or with some of the gym tests that we actually put them through. We return about 78% of those guys back to training. Without Hunter Company, we would actually lose a large number of recruits to Civvy Street or possibly to the Army, to the Navy or to the Air Force.
Hunter Company helps not only the injured, but also those having problems with technique.
Kick away, 1 foot, come on, come on, one more, come down, under control.
In week 22 you've got to do a rope climb, assault course, fireman's carry and regain. Unfortunately I failed the rope climb and the regain, but since being in Hunter Company, I've been here about 5 weeks now, I've managed to get to the top with full kit of the ropes and just need to work on the regain.
Go for the back of the knee onto the rope then.
Obviously I try to pull myself along the rope, swing underneath it, push my legs sort of far away from my body and sort of get my hips up towards the rope, get my legs off in a runner, swing back down and throw my head far back, sort of hoping to get my ankle, my back of my knee over the rope, but I kind of missed it on the first attempt and couldn't get my swing back up, sort of the momentum. I just lost sort of grip with the weight in my webbing.
Working hard, that's it, sir, keep going.
The staff here get you doing things you don't believe are possible.
All the way to the end, you've only got 15 yards to go.
I mean, I'm 40 and I just have done things in the last few months I wouldn't have believed I was capable of. And things like the fireman's carry, once you've done the rope climb and then the assault course, the start of it you're hanging out, you're breathing hard. And by the time you're halfway, you're breathing so hard you think your lungs and heart are going to burst. But somehow, with encouragement and all the rest of it, you just keep going. And the feeling you get when you put the body down and you've made time or you've done it in time is just immense.
That's good. Big deep breaths now. Ready for the fireman's carry.
Well, we're Royal Navy chaplains already. I've been in the Navy for about 5 years. Christian's been in just over a year. And wanted to work among the Royal Marines. I've seen what they do. I'm impressed by the job they do and the kind of people they are, and wanted to work alongside them. Sadly, the only way to do it is to go through the hell of Winston. But actually, it's quite an achievement if you get there.
Remember, if you truly believe that you'll pass something and you'll achieve something, you will achieve it. If you truly believe that you won't pass something, you won't achieve it. It's as simple as that.
As their padre, it's important that we go through the same processes, same commando course that they've been through, for respect for the fact that we've actually done it as they did it, but also for the fact that we know what they've been through in the past, so we can minister to them effectively.
The truth is not in us.
Every commando unit has a padre, and wherever they go, so does he, even to the battlefront.
I'm not here to oil the wheels of war. I'm here to minister to people in the same way that I would do if I was a clergyman in any parish in the Church of England.
Praise and thanksgiving, to hear his word, to bring before him.
I marry them sometimes. I christen the Marines' children, and also, of course, burying either enemy or our own dead in emergency field burials if that's necessary.
God, our Heavenly Father.
Well, once I had to give a talk to some Anglican ordinands, people who presented themselves for ordination training, and when I was talking to them, I said to them that I felt that the impression I had of other Anglican clergy was that those who served in the armed forces had sold out, and they all nodded to a man. And I think that is the impression. But if you think about what British Armed Forces are doing in the world, the immense amount of good in peacekeeping duties, in trying to protect the innocent from basically a bunch of thugs in the world, then I think that once you accept that that is the right thing to do, then you accept that it's the right thing for clergy to be a part of the armed forces.
Almighty God, who forgives all who truly repent, have
I don't bear arms. I think that's an important thing.
Hi, chaps.
Everybody else carries a weapon. I never do.
Love the tat. I should have a tat like that. That would look really cool. You look like Reddy Martin Sheen of Apocalypse Now, yeah?
I believe that's very much, I'm a symbol of the way human beings are supposed to be. We're supposed to be unarmed and not threats to other people. I think that reminds them of that.
Was it you playing that John Lee Hooker last night?
No, not the other thing is that my rank is chaplain, so I am the rank of the person I'm actually speaking to. So if I'm talking to a Marine, I'm a Marine. If I'm talking to the Second Sea Lord, I'm a Second Sea Lord. And that's a system which works very, very well because it enables me to get alongside people. No, what's that?
That couple of swallows on your hands.
Yeah, you know, love and hate, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like, no, nothing like that. No, I've got to get myself a bike. It's been a long time. It's Monday morning. I have to take my pills, crikey.
Right, take your pills.
Double pill.
If you want to keep having weird dreams, take them pills.
Oh, that's a funny one about nuns the other night, but I can't possibly tell you that one. I'll see you guys again.
See you in a bit.
There's always plenty of banter when the Padre's around.
Padre's barking mad.
Is he?
Oh yeah. And he devil worships.
What you can see here is the guys practicing their helicopter drills. This is an essential skill for the Royal Marines to have. It allows us to get in and out of theatres of operations very, very quickly, and the guys need to learn the practice and skills early on. And you'll see as they develop and get better, it becomes a core skill for them. Today's been their first time on a military helicopter, and it's clear to me that these guys have enjoyed it. They've enjoyed being out here using the helicopters, and they're willing to learn the new skills quite readily. It is exciting for them, and that's why we get it in this early in training, so they can see what they'll be using later on.
It was brilliant. I mean, it's something I've never done like this before. I mean, this is sort of stuff some people pay to do, and we're getting paid to do it. So this is what I joined for, and hopefully there's more to come of it. So it was an enjoyable experience, definitely.
I've flown in helicopters before, the cadets and the TA, but I've never really done it tactically. I was looking forward to talking to the aircrewmen as well, because that's something I'd like to maybe look to doing sometime in the future.
Very rarely, things on a flight can go seriously wrong, and the recruits need to know how to escape from a helicopter that's ditched.
As you can see, uncontrolled ditching. If you look at this picture here, you can see the aircraft is actually sitting proud of the water. These are flotation bags, they're not actually in the water. The reason for that being, as the aircraft turned over, entered the water, you have got a huge air pocket inside of the aircraft there.
Now it's time to see how much attention they've been paying.
First one isn't too bad when you just do the dry run, you just drop in. But then as soon as it starts spinning and guys start to panic a little bit, it's quite scary because you're still sat there and guys are still trying to get out and you're not moving. And if you're the last one in there, you've got to stay calm because you ain't going to get out otherwise.
Oh, it's good. It's well, you get disoriented obviously in there, and you know, a couple of guys forget the drills and stuff, so you get a few feet in the face and that. But it's I got calmed down myself after the first two, and then you just realize that, you know, you can hold your breath more than 20 seconds, and you know, you can get out if you just calm down and think about what to do, and I guess that's the whole point of it, really.
I don't think I'd be waiting for number 6 to tow me in a crash. I'd be straight out the window.
Despite the obvious dangers of flying, there's no shortage of volunteers who wish to be Royal Marines pilots.
Flying itself, to me, is second to none. That's why I want to become a pilot. Well, we're training at the moment, basically becoming acclimatised to the country and to operating in the desert. Flying a helicopter where you're operating below 150 feet routinely and normally under 50 feet, speed is perceptional to your height above the ground, so you seem to be going faster. Your reactions have to be quicker. It just gives you a heightened sense of alertness. The dust causes problems. You're obviously out there, it's flat as a pancake, so you haven't got anything to hide behind. You need to be able to move swiftly and taking advantage of as much cover as possible, but without getting too low. Otherwise you kick up a dust cloud and you'll be seen from 20, 30 miles away.
The biggest difficulty we're encountering out here is the heat. The temperature of the aircraft and the metal on it can be a problem at times. Obviously it's been out there and just get hot soaked in the sun all day. Towards the later end of the day, the winds do pick up and there is a sort of mild sandstorm. So working anywhere within like the engine compartments or the gearbox or anywhere where you have to open up a lot of panels, you've got to be careful because of these winds and the sand. Anything getting inside would obviously cause major problems.
The lads that repair the helicopters have been working very hard while we've been out here. They've done engine changes in the field. That's hard on them. They work 24 hours about, so you'll be changing an engine through the night where it's coolest.
If he doesn't need it.
Squadron 4. Yeah, I love that.
Sign it.
Has nobody got squadron?
Being around my companions, there's a lot of banter, it's a lot of fun. The banter builds up, there's a lot of camaraderie, everyone digs in, everyone helps out.
Where's Mike Devereux?
There's a real team spirit, which is born out of our training at Lympstone.
Very good, Steve, mate. You have a career in children's TV.
As I say, it's work hard and play hard, but we haven't had any play yet.
You f***.
Words to that effect.
This is a very difficult and harsh environment. It challenges everybody. Nobody wins unless you prepare properly. The erosion on our operational capability is profound if we don't get survival techniques in the desert right. It hits everything. Vehicles fail earlier, weapon systems fail earlier, the human being fails earlier because we are not looking after him. And if we don't get that care and attention right, we will suffer badly in the desert.
Communication is really, really important for the men. Mail's been very erratic. We were expecting a lot of phones which haven't materialised. Don't know what's happened there, but they're not here, so we're pretty cut off here.
The problem is, you tell people back home you're going to be in contact, free mail, internet access, telephones, that sort of thing. Now, when you tell people that and you can't do it because the phones aren't set up, that's what causes the problem. If they turned around and said, right, there's going to be no contact with home, just mail, that's fair enough, you can live with that. You tell your family that you're going to be able to write to them. But when you say you can phone, that's what causes the problem.
3 weeks into the desert exercise,
Morning, chaps.
and there's still only one phone for general use.
How's things at home, Gaz? Any news?
Not yet, sir. Find out later on today. But, we'll see what happens. At the moment, my wife's having difficulties. She's with her third pregnancy. She's 27 weeks pregnant now, and she's into premature labour. That's been sorted, but now other complications have arose from it. So she's finding it very difficult to deal with the situation. I've spoke to the Padre and asked him to just ask the welfare senior back at Norton Manor just to check on my wife, see if everything's okay, and if there's a problem with the situation, then I should be informed.
I act as the welfare officer's ears and eyes out here as his representative. So we get things like wives falling downstairs, getting injured, they've got 2 kids to look after, how they're going to cope, mother and father in Scotland. Those things have to be resolved hopefully so we can keep the soldier or the Marine in theatre. That's the key thing. We want to try and, as far as possible, keep them here and keep them happy.
Right, hallelujah, brothers, I have good news. God loves you, nobody else does. But there's 48 phones up there. Take the Safe Syria cards online with air conditioning, and but they do take the Safe Syria cards, and 49 and 29 don't know about it yet, so there's hardly anybody up there.
Get in there early.
Fill the boots. Fill the boots.
Things are improving, as you can see. The phones are now in, the mail has improved. It's not perfect by any means, but I think we're making progress with the operational welfare package. People have got to understand that it's my Marines' operational welfare package, but it's also my operational welfare package, so it means as much to me as it does to them.
The day at Lympstone has been a great success, and the families of 819 Troop now have a better understanding of what life is going to be like as a Royal Marines Commando.
What they were doing was giving us what in management they would call the touchy-feely bits, you know. I mean, it was nice to know that the Padre was there, and it was nice to know that they were being well fed and that the Sergeant Major loves them all, really. But what they didn't tell us until right at the end, actually, when the Colonel, I think it was, came out with it, actually what they're doing is teaching these boys to fight a war. And I personally would have been a lot happier if they'd done a lot more of saying, well, this can be a very risky business, and in order to save your boys from getting their silly heads blown off, this is what we teach them, to avoid that, and we teach them very rigorously to minimise the risk.